in the semifinal.
Letang, it's a simple one-on-one situation. He has to avoid the goal stick of Carey Price. And he tries to avoid it, but his stick comes up. He's in a one-on-one. He knows he came up with his stick. He's trying to avoid the goal stick, so the stick comes up just a little bit. And there's the call. And it's a tough play for Letang. He knows the goal stick's there. He doesn't want to hit it, and the stick comes up.
Ron Ralston calls timeout at the American bench. This will be a 4-on-3 power play. The Americans had one in the first period and had 3 tremendous chances. And there's Phil Housley, the longtime NHL player, and a guy who knows a thing or two about a power play, drawing it out.
He did the very same thing before the Americans scored against Sweden. He was the guy running the bench, and he was basically putting the plan in place.
Canada's captain Letang goes off. Johnson got cut. And he's wondering why it's not a 5-minute penalty to Letang.
Face-offs matter. Now you remember the Americans and the Canadians, there's a 5-on-3. Jonathan Toews won a big face-off in the first period of that game. Letang was able to clear the puck, and that got Canada going with their aggressive forecheck. This face-off's critical.
4:23 left in the overtime period. Canada now shorthanded with Letang in the box. Toews out there along with Stahl and Perrin. It's Oposo, Kane, Erik Johnson, Peter Mueller for the U.S. And Toews wins that draw. Perrin backhands it out.
Toews did such a good job directing Perrin where he was going to put the puck. Toews was on his forehand. He's a left-hand shot, and he did exactly what he wanted to do.
Mueller across the line for Kyle Oposo. And Oposo sets it up. It's a 4-on-3. Mueller crisscrossing with Erik Johnson. Mueller across to Erik Johnson. Now Johnson to the middle. Being watched by Toews. Down low for Kane. Back to Mueller. Mueller waits. Now down for Kane. Kane works his way in. Back down for Erik Johnson. He's got time. Johnson looking in front for Oposo. Johnson walks back in front. Back for Mueller. To Kane. No shot yet. Now Mueller fires. That was blocked by Jonathan Toews. Stahl racing to that puck, couldn't get to it. Gets a stick on Kane, just keeps it in. Kane rocking in, plays it down for Erik Johnson. Decides not to shoot, back in front, off the leg of Perrin. Erik Johnson with it, back in front. Johnson shoots off a leg, and Carey Price got a piece of it.
With his own man, Oposo.
Peter Mueller with it. Great pressure for the U.S. Under a minute to go in the power play. Mueller works his way in. Mueller still with it. Back for Erik Johnson, fires, that goes wide. Mueller back at the line now, 45 seconds in the power play. Mueller, Johnson shoots, didn't get all of it. Canada racing for it. Perrin to the line and out. And the Canadian players on the bench urging that puck to leave the zone.
Perrin's still out there.
Mueller with it. Peter Mueller for Erik Johnson. 30 seconds in the power play. Mueller across to Johnson. Waits, shoots, Price to save. Rebound, Oposo had it taken away by Pyatt. Back in front. Johnson waits, shoots. What a stop by Price. Perrin with it. With the backhand, can't get it out. Erik Johnson, final seconds of the power play. Johnson works his way in. Plays it across for Mueller. Now Mueller across to Johnson. Erik Johnson shoots. Price makes the stop.
Perrin's out of gas. That's why he can't get the puck out.
Letang out of the box. Erik Johnson shoots back goal deep for Kane. He knocked it wide. Now Pyatt. U.S. is changing. On comes Pyatt on Erik Johnson. Pyatt shoots. That's off a stick over the glass and out of play. And that was 2 of the grittiest minutes you will ever see.
Ryan Perrin's going to need an oxygen tent over there. He was on the full 2 minutes. But it's Carey Price staying with it. Erik Johnson coming over. Carey Price shuffling along the ice. And then Erik Johnson with a quick release. And that's why Perrin couldn't get the puck out. He was on the full 2 minutes of that kill because he was a right defenseman.
Cogliano, Downey, Letang, and Russell come out for Canada. Off the face-off, Downey racing for it. And Taylor Chorney gets there. 3:20 to go in the overtime. Jack Johnson moves it back for Taylor Chorney. Jack Johnson, I would venture to say, has played 35 minutes a game for the last 3 games for the U.S. And he backhands it out. Trevor Lewis plays it down to the Canadian zone. In comes Chris Russell for it. Russell has time, being watched by Lewis, plays it ahead. And Downey chips it down to the American line. In comes Gerby with Lewis. Nate Gerby works his way in, fires, that goes well wide. All the way out the other side. Lee almost played that before Chorney came on. And Hartsburg screaming at the referee, it was too many men. Jack Johnson through the middle. For Trevor Lewis with Nate Gerby. In comes Lewis. Fires. Just missed on the far side. Jack Johnson lays it down in deep. 2.5 to go in the overtime. A shootout looming in the semifinal. Luc Bourdon, the Canadian goal scorer, brings it ahead. In comes Bourdon. Bourdon trying to get around Jack Johnson. Out the other side it comes to Brian Little. Little spins away from Brian Lee. Little still with it. Bourdon heads off. Back he goes to Mark Stahl. Down low for Marc-Andre Cliche. Russell off the bench. And Cliche couldn't play that out in front. Mike Carman barreling across the line. In comes Carman. And Little took that away from him. U.S. changing. Stahl taken down by Skilly. And Marc-Andre Cliche comes back for Stahl. Under 2 to go now in the overtime. Brian Little. Skilly all over him. In come the Americans. Carman. Mike Carman gave that away to Little. Canada changing. In comes Little. Waiting for help to arrive off the bench. Little. Backdoor pass just missed Taves. Jonathan Taves with it. 1.5 to go in the overtime. Kyle Lawson. And it's tapped back for Erik Johnson. Johnson for Lawson. Pyatt and Taves up front for Canada. Erik Johnson with it. Johnson trying to bank it there for Mueller. Poke check by Letang. In comes Taves with Pyatt. Tom Pyatt across the line. In comes Pyatt. Pyatt shoots. Straight to the save. Rebound cleared away by Erik Johnson. Under a minute to go in overtime. Letang fires. Straight to the save. Loose puck in front and Pyatt can't get there.
Tommy Pyatt's got some live legs coming off. He takes a relay from Jonathan Taves in the neutral zone and he drives wide with speed, trying to work on Taylor Chorney. He puts one on Frazee. Frazee a little weak, bad clear. Another second chance for Letang. He puts it on goal, but Frazee freezes it up.
Downey for the face-off out there along with Cogliano, Russell, and Bourdon. And the face-off won by Trevor Lewis. Jack Johnson spins away from Downey. Away comes Johnson. Jack Johnson barreling in on Bourdon, spins back, tries to play that in front. Downey got in the way and almost got away. Chris Russell hustles back, taps it there for Andrew Cogliano. And Cogliano comes racing ahead. Cogliano trying to get around Chorney, can't. 30 seconds to go in the overtime. Trevor Lewis plays it ahead for Patrick Kane off the bench. Kane for Jack Johnson. Johnson shoots and save made by Carey Price.
Got to be careful when you go for a skate at this time of the game. Andrew Cogliano goes for a bit of a skate. The Canadian players are a little bit tired. That gives open access to the Americans into the zone. See Cogliano coming late. Carey Price coming up with another glove save off Jack Johnson.
Face off to the right of Carey Price. It'll be Marc-Andre Cliche to take the draw against Peter Mueller. Mueller wins it. Oposo back at the line. Jack Johnson shot blocked by Darren Helm. And Helm away with Cliche. Darren Helm in across the line. Got tangled up with Cliche. Jack Johnson backhands it out. Racing forward is Oposo. Taken away by Cliche. 5 seconds in the overtime. In comes Cliche. Cliche back in front. Taken away by Mueller. And this semifinal game is going to a shootout as Canada and the United States author another classic at the World Junior Hockey Championship. And the shootout is coming up next.